Well, 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 welcome to Sexy and Vancity Radio 101.9 FM on CiTR. Or maybe you could be listening to this at a later date on our podcast. But however you've decided to spend this hour with us, we're really, really glad to have you. I think most of you out there know that I've got a huge philosophy about giving back is sexy. And I think it's really important to give back to community, to make and empower other people, making them feel really good. It's a beautiful thing, and it's really, really sexy. And with that, one of the great organizations is the Y, which I think all of us have heard of. And I've got a really special guest coming on who's doing a really fantastic event that's going to be coming up on June the 6th. I've had a chance to get to know this wonderful lady. She's been volunteering in the downtown east side. She's also a fantastic makeup artist, entrepreneur. And she has got a wonderful, wonderful company launch coming up where it is going to be a fundraiser as well for the Y. And I'm very excited to have the lovely, the talented, the fantastic, which you'll get to see for yourself, Brandy Lifeco. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
And in regards to the fundraiser coming up, I think it's fantastic, by the way, that you're doing this for Karmaface.
Thank you.
So. And did you want to tell our listeners a little bit about the event that's coming up?
Absolutely. So, Karmaface is a cosmetic line that I have developed originally as a Pay It Forward project, and it evolved into a business venture, and we are finally launching on June 6th at a fundraising event for YWCA Canada, and the event is called Face Forward. So we're having Face Forward on June 6th at the Shangri-La Hotel. And it's going to be absolutely beautiful and empowering, and we have amazing entertainment and an amazing empowering fashion show. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I think it sounds fantastic, and you've got a dear friend of mine, Dawn Chubet, who has been a huge supporter of Beauty Night, and at one point I used to work with her at City TV as well, who's going to be hosting it.
We're so excited to have Dawn hosting the event, and some amazing entertainment too. A very close friend, Will Blunderfield, is singing at the event. We have amazing sponsors that have really become close with the story behind Karmaface and why we're doing what we're doing, and have really come on board to make an amazing event to raise funds and awareness for YWCA Canada.
Do you want to share why Karmaface?
Yeah, why the name or why the company?
Both.
So, the name originated because I was just brainstorming with my sister how we wanted people to feel when they thought about this cosmetic company, the way we wanted them to feel the same kind of feeling that you have when you give back, that amazing, sexy feeling, if you want to call it that, and the feeling of compassion, and just immediately evoking more of an inner beauty than an outer beauty, which is normally associated with cosmetics. And so then Karmaface came to light, and originally we were coming up with this name for this business venture because I was touched by amazing communities that definitely gave me opportunities in life after being in a women's shelter as a child, that I just wanted to be able to pay it forward. And really, I have an amazing mom that has done amazing things and has always instilled giving back into my lives and my sister's lives. And I wanted to be able to continue that notion and do it in a larger light that then created a platform for other people to continue the notion of paying it forward as well.
I think that's really cool. What has been one of the responses you've gotten so far?
Oh, in this last week, the response has been overwhelming. Some of the organizations such as YWCA Canada, who are our partnership, and they have been outstanding. Deborah in Toronto in particular with YWCA has been a huge support in my own personal life as well as in this business venture too. And our following in the last month and a half collaboratively amongst the people working on the Face Forward event has reached up to over 14,000 followers. So The outreach has been amazing.
YWCA Canada does so much great stuff, everything from daycares to shelters, etc. What are some of the key things that when you've told people about the story behind Karmaface in regards to why it's so important, why you want to have this partnership with the Y, etc., and why the work that shelters do is key? What are some of the questions that you hear from people?
People are shocked just because of the position that I'm in the community as well. People are really surprised to hear that these types of things that touch people's lives really have no barriers in terms of class or in terms of what position you are in life. Sometimes these negative situations hit you in any perspective.
In regards to when you're volunteering, working with women in the shelters, because I know you and I just volunteered very recently in one, is when you're volunteering, does it feel really good? Where you're like, okay, I'm really glad I'm doing what I'm doing.
It feels so amazing. I find going into these shelters and volunteering is therapeutic for myself as well. Just to know that these women have a chance to be okay and that they are receiving the respect and the dignity and the help and everything that they need to now continue on to an amazing path, an amazing future that they really deserve. Some of the experiences, actually one of them at Beauty Night on the downtown east side, one of the first experiences that I did have was that there was a woman that we were talking, and I shared with her that I had been in a shelter as well when I was younger, and I shared with her how much I love my mom and how strong I think she is. She said, well, you're a very strong woman as well. Well, I think that you're an angel. And I teared up, and I told her that I thought she was beautiful, and I asked her if she was coming back the following week because I knew I was going to be back next Tuesday. And she said, if you come back, I'll come back too. And I really wasn't sure if I was going to continue to go just because it was one of my first experiences of volunteering in that kind of atmosphere. And I did feel very uncomfortable because I had a very fortunate life. It made me feel uncomfortable leaving that community knowing that I was going back to such a comfy lifestyle and that these women weren't. And it made me feel very uncomfortable at first until I made these personal connections. When I left that night, I thought, I feel really awkward leaving right now, just knowing that I'm going back to such a comfy life, but I need to go back for this woman on Tuesday because if I don't go back, she's going to be on the street tonight. And that actually really impacted Karmaface as well.
Thank you. When you tell people that you do what you do, do you have people sharing their own personal stories sometimes that maybe once they may not share with other people? Absolutely.
In fact, that's kind of how our core team putting together this event for Face Forward has taken place. After sharing, I worked on Karmaface for 4 years. This is now the 4th year of the venture, and I just decided to launch it now. And so in the last month and a half, I shared my story and shared my brand that I had created as this platform to pay it forward. And immediately I had a lot of response. And I thought, everybody just gets response like this. But then I did have some people approach me, and one of them was Justin of the 5 Agency, who was really touched by my story and about my values and philosophy in business as well. It's the main reason as to why I'm doing what I'm doing, and to always focus on the why. And so he then joined on board and wanted to do this event, which is then how Face Forward actually ended up taking place. He had exposed Karmaface to a couple other people too, and they came on board too, sharing stories of friends and families or even themselves that have been touched by domestic violence. Really, everybody involved in the Face Forward project is involved with full-heartedly and involved for a particular reason and for a particular cause or a particular person that they have in mind.
How has this experience changed you from going from where it was an idea in your head 4 years ago to where you're at now?
That's such a great question, Caroline, because it's really just been in the last week that it's been so overwhelming with support. that feeling that you get, I know how much volunteer work you do, Caroline. It's absolutely inspirational. And so I know that you know that feeling that just makes you glow inside when you know that you're helping and empowering other people. And really it's why I get up in the morning now. You know, everybody has bad days and everybody is fighting their own battle. And Karmaface has really become almost this ultra ego to me that is all dedicated to giving back, that has really changed my life, that it's a lot of the reason why I get up in the morning when, you know, it's one of those bad days. I know that I'm getting up and empowering other people through Karmaface. And I really think that Karmaface has the capability of changing the beauty industry to evolve into something that's a lot less vain and a lot more about the inner beauty of these women and men and whomever wants to wear Karmaface.
No, I think it's, during the break, we were just chatting about, even though it's, you know, you've got a partnership with the YWCA Canada, you're also supporting other organizations as well. And I just would love for you to share that, which not all companies are doing things like this. And I think it's really cool that you're changing the world through that as well.
Thank you. Yeah. So we do have a partnership with YWCA Canada, which obviously, and Caroline has stated too, is just an amazing organization that supplies shelters to over 25,000 women in Canada. And then we are producing a limited edition lip gloss for the Maple Battalion Memorial Fund. $1 from every lip gloss sold will go to the Maple Memorial Fund. And then, as well as $1 from all of our regular collection goes towards YWCA Canada to develop sustainable funds for them as well. And we also do have a spot on our website that if you have a foundation that has touched you personally, that you would like to give back to them through Karmaface, then we will personally develop a product for your foundation as well as a limited edition fund development contribution to your foundation.
I think it's really neat as well that, because sometimes when people want to change the world, they think, and I hear it a lot, where it's just like, okay, I'm going to go out and I'm going to start a charity. How businesses in general are starting to evolve, and I think it's fantastic that you're on the forefront of that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really interesting to see some of these companies, for example, Tom Shoes as well, another really popular one, that when you buy shoes, then a pair of shoes goes to a child as well. I think that it's really important for entrepreneurs to be able to look at why they're doing what they're doing and really focus in on that, and why Karmaface exists is restoring inner beauty and paying it forward. So that needs to be our main focus in terms of our business structure.
You could basically click your heels 3 times and push it forward 5 years from now. What would you like to see in regards to in terms of Karmaface, and especially with Face?
So I would definitely, in 5 years from now, we're looking at this year, we're actually doing Face Forward in Vancouver and then Edmonton and then Toronto in early 2013 as well. So I would love to continue to have these fundraising events for these various different charities. I would love to just bring on other people and have them tell their stories. And at our 5-year speech, I would like to have, similar to what we're doing at Face Forward, is having people who have been touched by some of these issues and these concerns, but have now propelled forward into an amazing light with amazing opportunities and really look forward to every day as a new day and are now continuing to pay it forward. I would love to have just a celebration for these people, and that's essentially what Karmaface is for. So it would just be a big party of lots of fun, and in our speech, we would just continue to say thank you. In 5 years from now, I'm just going to have even more reasons to be thankful and grateful, so it's just going to have to be a bigger party.
If you were able to go and do talks, say, in the school system, because they were like, hey, we'd love to have you come on in and speak to the kids, what would you like to say?
And that you can be strong, that you are strong, that you're beautiful, and that you create your own future, and these things that have happened to you don't define you, that you don't need to be a victim, that you can be strong and use this for something to propel yourself forward and create your own opportunities.
For those of us who do, which I do, wear makeup, what are some things you can tell me? Because I know when we've chatted pre-show chat, you've mentioned it's more of a luxury line.
The makeup is developed in Canada. We work with an amazing laboratory in Toronto, and it is made. It's hypoallergenic, and we are launching with 15 items. It feels wonderful on your face as well, and as a makeup artist, I developed it in mind with what people have told me they like within their cosmetics, what they don't like, and what I would wear myself, as well as just keeping in mind a very basic line for people that don't necessarily wear a lot of makeup, because it's not really about the makeup, it's about the inner beauty and the way that this makeup's going to make you feel when you put it on.
You know what, one thing we have not done is let people know, if they're listening right now, how they can contact you for both tickets for the event, but just to find out more.
Oh my goodness, it's karmafacecosmetics.com.
Thank you so much, Brandy.
Thank you so much, Caroline, for having me.
You're welcome. And up next is Hans von